Mikaela Shiffrin races into history with 87th World Cup victory, breaking tie with Stenmark. Before the video, we would like to ask for your like, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications to receive more content like this daily. Now let's get into the video. Mikaela Shiffrin surpassed Ingemar Stenmark's long-standing record for all-time World Cup wins Saturday with her 87th victory. The historic win, in a slalom in R, Sweden, came just one day after Shiffrin matched the Swedish legend's record, a mark that had stood for 34 years. "Pretty hard to comprehend that thought," Shiffrin said. "Holy crap." Just as she did Friday, Shiffrin built a big lead, 0.69 seconds, in the first run, with only two skiers within a second of her. With Wendy Holdener trying to make a charge, Shiffrin needed to be aggressive but controlled in the second run, and that's exactly what she did. She flows through the tightly spaced gates rather than fighting them, and made a furious push to the finish line. Shiffrin dropped to a crouch after she crossed the finish and buried her head in her knees, taking a few seconds to let the magnitude of the moment sink in. Other skiers rushed to congratulate her, and she was then surprised by her brother, Taylor, who'd flown in from the United States with his wife for the race. Taylor Shiffrin lifted his sister up in a bear hug while members of the U.S. team passed around hats with the number 87 emblazoned on them. Dominant, too. Shiffrin finished a whopping 0.92 seconds ahead of Holdener of Switzerland. Sweden's Anna Sven Larsson was 0.95 seconds back of Shiffrin. The win was Shiffrin's 13th of the season, second only to the record 17 races she won in 2019. She has clinched the overall, slalom and giant slalom season titles, and now has 15 globes for her career. And the season isn't done yet. The World Cup finals are next week in Andorra, and Shiffrin is expected to race in the slalom, giant slalom and Super G. "When I was in the start gate for the second run, I still felt nervous," Shiffrin said. "For me, that's a sign I have no lack of motivation even when the results, the goal isn't there. It's the skiing that I want to do. And every day, I wake up and I want to do it, again and again. That's not done yet. That's stronger than ever." Shiffrin's historic season comes a year after the low point of her career. A two-time Olympic champion before her 23rd birthday, Shiffrin was expected to collect a haul of medals at last year's Beijing Games. Instead, she came home empty-handed, recording DNFs in 3 of her 5 individual races. "I'm not going to fail bigger than that. Probably. And I survived it," Shiffrin said earlier this year. "I realized that pretty much everything is survivable. Everything that is going to happen in my ski career is fully survivable. No matter what it is, whether it's great or it's terrible, it's just not the end of the world. There's bigger things that happen in life. And I've experienced it." She was referring to the sudden death of her father, Jeff, in February 2020. Shiffrin has been open about how unmoored she was by her grief, and she remains surrounded by memories of him. After getting her 85th win in Spindelrov MLYN in January, she recalled her father being alongside her the first time she went there for what was her first World Cup race. But she's finally able to see past her grief and look forward to other things in her life. And with her 87th win behind her, the weight has been lifted. "It's a pretty spectacular position to be in," Shiffrin said Friday. "I don't take it for granted to be in this place where people ask me about when I'm going to win 86, or when I'm going to win 87. That's a pretty cool place to be." Here we come to the end of another video. Leave your like, share the content, and subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this. Thank you for watching and see you next time.